Oscar-winning filmmaker James Ivory, the householder, Shakespeare-walla, the guru, heat and dust. Mr. Ivory is perhaps the first director from the United States to introduce India to the world through his finely crafted cinema. If you've seen any of his movies, please stand up. Let's celebrate. Along with producer Ismail Merchant, Mr. Ivory created a classic genre of breathtaking films that remain unforgettable.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I feel rather humble because so many of the other people who've won awards, and everyone really who's won awards tonight, have done such extraordinary things for all of us in this country and other countries, and they've done so much to make life better for so many people. And in a way, what have I done? I've sort of lived in a rather selfish way as a film director and pleased myself for most of my life. But let me tell you a little bit about myself. For me, myself in India, where I first went in 1959. For me, at first, India was a never-ending feast of strange and beautiful new sights, tastes, and sounds to which I was at once drawn. A place inhabited by people I was ready to love at first sight. I couldn't speak their languages, and often they had trouble with mine, but that never mattered. When I went back to New York, I remained passionately faithful to Delhi, the only city I knew well in India, and I made a film about it, or rather about the two Delhis, new and old. Then I met Ismail Merchant, and soon after Ruth Jadwala and her husband Cyrus, and then our first stars, Shashi Kapoor and Madhur Jaffrey. Their combined strengths formed the resilient superstructure of my life to come. They were joined by Satyajit Ray, who already was my filmmaking mentor, or guru. Every Indian artist finds a mentor, and by this time I thought of myself as Indian. I had been born again into another life. It was these 6 people, over the many decades of our friendship, who turned me into the man called James Ivory. Well, that's all I have to say. Many of these people are no longer with us, but the films are still here, and if you haven't seen them, do go and see them, or rent them, or buy them. Buy them is even better. They're all out there available, except the film called The Guru, which for some reason is the one film of ours, and the only Indian film of ours, which is not on where you can buy it. I don't know why. So thank you all very much. Thanks to India Today for this honor, which is really thrilling. I'm glad to have been sort of gathered up. I also look out at this room, and I see a great many older men, graying, some of them white-haired, and I think, well, they must have been very small children when I first went to India. Okay.